YouTube is the scariest profession and the most unpredictable profession I have ever been in. In today's video, I want to talk to you about YouTube and how great it can be, but also how unpredictable and how scary it can be. So, I've been on YouTube, my friends, for about 4 years now. And my goal, when I originally decided to become a creator, was not to make money. I didn't even realize you could make money. My goal was to become famous so I could get into the movie industry. I could get into Hollywood. And then suddenly I discovered, wait, you can actually make money doing this. So my focus changed a little. Now, I found it very hard to make really good videos that are intriguing for a viewer, because you don't know what people like. And that's the hard part about being a YouTuber, is you don't know what's going to work. You're basically shooting in the dark. You know, it's one of those professions that you work so hard at and you still don't get the results you want. That's the hard part about YouTube. However, it can be really fun. I know that when I made the decision to become a content creator, I've never enjoyed anything more in my life, right? I really enjoy being in front of the camera. Like, I love it. You know, I find that I'm actually at home when I'm in front of the camera. I'm at peace. And when I discovered that you can make money with YouTube, I thought, whoa, yes, please. Are you telling me I could make a career doing this? However, that hasn't quite worked out like I thought it would. I haven't made $1. This is the hard part about YouTube. You've got to make videos, obviously, that resonate with an audience. An audience has to enjoy what you do. And if they don't, they're not going to stick around. You know, YouTube is one of those things where it's like a TV program. You know, it's like Friends or The King of Queens or something like that. A really popular TV show. If an audience doesn't stick around to watch it, it's not going to last long. You know, YouTubers are pretty much the same way. That's how we are. You know, if we don't attract viewers, well, then we're not going to survive long. So that's why YouTube is so hard. And I've told people in the past that wanted to start YouTube videos, I've told people in the past that wanted to start YouTube channels, you better love it, because it is not an easy thing to do. You know, being a content creator is hard, but it is so worth it. You know, you get to reach people, you get to do things that you probably wouldn't have been able to do if you hadn't taken the chance. So from my experience, I have nothing but love for YouTube. I really do. I think it's great. You know, especially when you're a creative person like I am. So I would highly encourage anyone to start making videos. You know, find the things that you love, or even the things that you like. Talk about them in front of a camera. See, right now I'm talking about YouTube. So I love YouTube. It's my platform. So yeah, whatever you love, you can resonate through a camera, and in turn can resonate through the screen and also reach the viewer. Now, it's very hard. You got to be consistent. If you're going to be a content creator, my friend, you have to focus and upload videos every week. Now comes the hard part. Well, there are a few different hard parts, but let's get to the main shooter. 4,000 hours of watch time. And what the watch time is, it is basically how many times a viewer watches your video. So if you have one viewer that watches 10 minutes of a video, that counts towards watch time. And that watch time in turn leads to monetization. But it's not an easy thing to do. It's not as simple as I make it out to be. You know, my friends, I'm still struggling to build up my watch time. I really am. I've been on YouTube for 4 years and I'm still struggling. So that's why you have to really love what you do as a content creator, because if you want it to be a career, you got to really concentrate on the thumbnails, the titles, the descriptions, what's going to land with an audience. That's the hardest part, if you ask me, is what's going to land with a viewer. Is the viewer going to like it or not? That's what I'm discovering. I'm discovering every day I shoot content, okay, is the viewer going to like this video? Or should I change what I'm doing? And 9 times out of 10, if you're just starting out, don't worry about a niche. You know, just create what you want to create. So like I said, I have been creating different styles of content for a while. And do I wish I niched down a little more? A little bit, not too much, because you don't need to. The harder you niche down, the more difficult it is going to be to really grow your channel. And here's why. Burnout. You will burn yourself out. Trust me, I've done it. I've had YouTube channels in the past where I locked myself in and I thought, oh my gosh, I don't want to make this video anymore. So yeah, that's the hardest part, is niching down and trying to find what you love. But once you do find it, you're off to the races. You know, film videos, enjoy the process, because it's a beautiful process. Right now, I love what I'm doing. In front of a camera, being my normal self, I find it to be amazing. You know, I really do. And when you have ADHD, it's even better, because you can hyper focus on one thing. So that's what's great about being a YouTuber, is it's magical. You know, it's like nothing I've ever done before. You know, I've done a lot of different videos, and the one video that I always loved making most of all is this type of content, because it's real. It's authentic to me. You get to see me in a different way than you normally would see me. A lot of my videos, I do a lot of gaming content, so you probably see me in a little bit of a different way. I'm trying to concentrate on the game that I'm playing. You know, you got your little controller and you're trying to concentrate. So that adds a whole level of focus and concentration. And you've got to be passionate about what you do. You know, if you're not passionate about being a content creator, then it's not the career for you. If you really want to be a successful YouTuber, or just a YouTuber in general, you need to love what you're doing, because that's half the battle. I love it. I really do. I wake up every day and I think to myself, okay, how can I make another video today? More importantly, this is important. How do I resonate with an audience? What do they like? That's tricky. Not many people find that out until it's too late. It is hard to do. You know, doing this, it's a 24/7 thing. It really is. It's not a 5-minute job. A lot of people would probably look at what I do and think, Rhino, that looks so easy, man. I could do that. Take out your phone, press record, and start talking to the camera if that's what you think. I can guarantee you it is not easy. YouTubing is hard. It's hard work. So that's my take on being a content creator. As fun as it is, it's very stressful too. It is not easy. You know, you've got to figure out what's going to work. That's the hardest part, I believe, is trying to figure out the right form of content to create. Am I going to make something that people are going to like, or are they going to dismiss? It's not easy. It's really not. You know, I have made over 300 videos, and I can honestly say I'm still learning. I'm still learning how to master the art of content creation. And it's not just filming a video. That's the minority part of being a content creator. That's a very small piece of the puzzle. You've got editing, you've got editing, you've got frame rates, you've got thumbnails, titles, descriptions, promotions. There's a lot. But if you're just getting started, don't worry about any of that. Just film a video and upload the content. Don't worry about, oh, how good is this video? Because no one knows you yet. And that's the beautiful part about it. No one knows who you are. So if you want to start making videos, my friends, I highly encourage it. I recommend it. If you're a creative person, do it, because it really is magical. It's hard work. It really is. It's not easy. You know, there are days where I'm so tired. I don't want to make videos. I don't want to film anything. But I still do it because it's the love of the game. And another thing too, you need to please the YouTube algorithm. Let me explain this. If you're not making content, the YouTube algorithm cannot reward you with views and watch time, because the YouTube algorithm requires effort. It requires consistent uploads on a weekly basis. That's really what it's about. That's the only way I can really describe it. So I highly encourage it, my friends. Get creating because it's fun. You know, I love this. It's a great career to get into. And, you know, you can really do a lot. And that's what I love about it, is not only can I reach people in a positive way, I can change my own life. I could change the lives of people around me. And from what I hear, the money is excellent. So if you can get up there, let me know if you get up there first, because I'm struggling right now. I'll be honest with you, my friends, I'm not monetized. I haven't made $1 on YouTube, but it's okay because I do it for the love. And the more I do it, the better I get. That's the secret, is repetition, consistency, dedication, and most importantly, will and drive. If you've got those, you are laughing. You'll never ever feel like you're not making a difference, because you are. Oh, by the way, before I forget, my friends, I have an affiliate link to vidIQ, which will be your best friend as a content creator. If you're a brand new content creator, I highly recommend you check out vidIQ. The link will be in the description of this video. You can click on it and check out some really awesome plans and pricing. There's no lock-in contract, so you can cancel at any time. All right, everybody, remember to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment if you like this video. And from now on, go and get what's yours, because you're the only one that can do it. Be your best you. Bye, everyone.